That's your boo. I got boo in the video.
Because I was with that person. Who name did he put in that caption when he posted my son? He has a way of doing the same thing over every time we fall out. He our kid. Just, that's what I fear.
According to rumors, Chrisean Rock has found a new partner, and it already appears to be another train accident in the making, darling. Speaking softly and fervently, Sis has gone on a full-fledged rebranding tour, appearing in Livis dreams and church pews as if she had completely changed her ways. You know the pattern: phony calm energy, gospel vibrations, and subtitles that yell, "Don't judge me," while she is secretly planning her next move. A man who, let's face it, didn't even seem to want to be there has now brought a new dimension to her Leone adventure. When she attempted to introduce him as her new chapter, it immediately failed, while Sis was smiling and giving her best. "Look at me. I've moved on routine." He waited there waiting for the Uber to arrive. The male was providing additional background while she was supplying energy for the main character, and the footage was awkward and the vibe was off. However, let's go back in time because this disaster wasn't created overnight, clearly. This was the next phase of Chrissy's clean up my image effort. First came gospel rock. She performed at a few churches, sounded like she was trying out for a redemption audition, and began to ask her followers for prayers rather than dragging them along as she usually did. Then came the Twitch flip, saying she was pursuing a broadcasting bag and was now about peace. She suddenly started posting pictures with sterilized looks and gentle filters, as if she was aiming for motherly and healed. It screamed image rehab. Throughout, look, growth is cute, but it's not a transformation if you just throw on a turtleneck.
When I'm putting my foot down, and when I'm trying to leave that man alone, he spitefully go after our kid. Yes, I do feel that. When we're good, I don't fear him mistreating our son. That's when he's on his...
Don't bother with the inner labor, it's merely aesthetic instead. Take communion. Then, just before this unidentified individual appeared, Chrisean began disparaging Blueface once more. Suddenly, she started talking about the alleged abuse she and their child had received from him. Why bring it up now? It was suspicious because the timing was off, particularly when he is offline and unable to reply. It seems like a calculated move to position him as the antagonist in order to set up her further storyline development. And the new man was softly introduced just hours after those accusations were made public. Homegirls are hyping her up like she just got engaged, with her hair freshly styled and her nails done. In the meantime, the man appeared to wish to vanish. No smiling, no affection, no hand-holding. The energy was dry. He was so focused on his phone that he seemed to check the clock every 5 minutes. Like a mall security officer, he remained there. Sis attempted to strike a few poses as if they had just left a maternity shoot. It looked as though the background music wanted to disappear from the scene as well. Your pals being louder than your man is a bad sign. As if they were attempting to bring chemistry into the world. They were yelling, "You're so cute. Lord, please blink twice if I can go home," he was thinking as he looked about. Later that evening, the fissures became more noticeable. According to people close to her, she became emotional, acting as though she had just left treatment with swollen eyes and an odd demeanor. According to reports, she was sniffling and stating that all she wanted was love and that despite her best efforts, she became broken. That bit felt real for a second.
And want to be serious and do it right? Bye. I'm unfollowing everybody on this Instagram again. It's all about us. I did that before.
No, I respect
now
that.
the fact that they on the other side of my face.
Because despite everything, this injured girl is still pleading for someone to treat her fairly. That tender moment, however, was short-lived. She immediately reverted to her defensive stance, promoting the idea that the male just wasn't capable of managing a lady such as herself. Thought she was too genuine, and he wasn't prepared. However, he just never signed up in the first place. Therefore, he didn't ghost you, sweetie. He didn't enter the room at all. If there was never an open door, it is not rejection. And just when you thought she would leave with a little dignity, she returned to the stage to discuss her desire to have Blueface's name permanently inked on her face. It's true that she is considering ranking the name of the dad who publicly disowned her child after all of that emotional breakdown, tears, and unsuccessful rebound energy. The same guy who admitted on tape that he wasn't even certain the child was his. She seems to completely backflip into the same trauma after taking 2 steps forward. Her pain seems to be calling her home every time she approaches a breakthrough. Spiritually, emotionally, and most likely with a spare key to her apartment, Blueface still holds her in a chokehold. What really irritates me is that, despite her private life being in disarray, she attempts to promote this church girl narrative. In public, she took out long-sleeved shirts, went live to baptize herself, and cited lines like holiness could erase heartbreak. She's collapsing behind the curtain. Though, like a dry biscuit in a heat wave, she has no one to rely on, red eyes, poor energy, and flips it. As if she did the bending each time. The truth is that Chrisean is still searching for something to cover the void she won't let go of. Her hope that someone will love her enough to repair all the harm is still alive. That hole is deepening, though. Zooming out, you can see that. It's reflective of what everyone is doing on social media these days, not just about her. We had girls who would twerk at night and quote the Bible in the morning. In an attempt to win back a man who never appreciated them, men have been drawn into narratives that they never tried out for despite only showing up for a picture and being silent. On Instagram, single mothers are attempting to repair the damage in order to appear to be more dependable partners, and when the actual tea is chilly and lonely. We have timelines full of highlights from the soft life. Although everyone is acting as though they have been healed, the truth is evident in their posts, stance, and discourse about love. Despite being the one spinning loudest on the live stream, Chrisean is not the only person caught in that cycle. Here's the unvarnished truth. Sometimes the rejection you experience has nothing to do with the other individual. Your energy is what it is. You bring emotional clutter with you. It's how others can tell you're still troubled by your previous relationship. You weren't dismissed because you were too real by that new man. He took a step back, realizing that Blueface still held the keys to your soul. Furthermore, a grown man has no desire to compete with a ghost. Chrisean did really have a breakdown, and perhaps she needed it. Sometimes the sound of your own fantasy coming to a head in real time is all that wakes you up. Some supporters pointed out that as long as Blueface's moniker is still on her face, they cannot respect her. The new guy obviously didn't want to be there. As others noted, she's lost, bewildered, and spinning again, they added, echoing what we're all thinking. So, what are your thoughts? Does Chrisean really want to try something different? Or is she just throwing rebounds at a problem? If someone is continuously bringing up their history in every post, is it really possible for them to rebrand above all? Is it possible to save Chrisean? Or must she first save herself? Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Every time, you already know it's messy. See.